Okay, love, so let's go ahead and get started. I have the foundation here to try out. I'm so excited because I've actually been wanting to try out this foundation by Beauty Blender for the longest since it first came out. But I just never got around to trying this foundation out. I also have my Beauty Blender here, which I haven't used a Beauty Blender in such a long time. Honestly, I don't even like reach for Beauty Blenders anymore just because I have this beauty sponge right here, which is the e.l.f. Beauty Sponge. So good. If you guys have not tried out the sponge, definitely go get your hands on this because so affordable, and I love how it leaves my makeup. I use this with foundation, concealer, powder, all of that, and it just looks so nice on the skin. The best part of it is that it's only $4. The Beauty Blender is $20, so honestly it's such a huge price difference. But I'm gonna try out the Beauty Blender just for the sake of this video since it's a Beauty Blender foundation. So I'm excited to try this out, and let's just get started. I did already prime my face. I used a little bit of the Smashbox primer, the Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control on my T-zone because today's Father's Day and I'm actually going to be going to my mom's. We're going to be celebrating Father's Day there. We're going to have like a little lunch, probably be outside. I got the shade Blend 2.40, which I believe they describe it as a medium light olive warm tone shade, or an olive neutral shade. But let me just pull up Sephora's website right now so I can just read you the claims of the foundation, how much it is, all that fun stuff. So I have my phone right here. So basically it retails for $40 on Sephora's website, and they have, I believe, 39 shades. Yeah, so they have 39 different colors. They have colors for light, medium, and deep. Not so much like light and deep, so just a bit. I feel like they could have more fair shades and more deeper shades, but they do have a good variety of like medium tone shades. It's a weightless, buildable, full coverage foundation with a natural matte finish that wears for up to 24 hours. I'm definitely not going to be wearing this foundation for 24 hours because it's just way too long. The max I usually wear foundations is for 8 to 10 hours. The max sometimes would be like 12 hours if I'm really busy and I don't have time to like be done and just like wash off my face. But today, I think I'm going to do like 8 to 10 hours maybe, depending on how my day goes. I've already done my eye makeup because I don't want to do it on camera. I just want to focus on the foundation. And this is what my skin looks like before. I have a couple breakouts down here on my chin and then up here. And then some redness. I always get redness like around in this area. You get 1 fluid ounce, which is typical for most foundations. It is a glass packaging. The top is just plastic where like the pump is. So I'm going to do it both ways. I'm just going to pump some of the foundation out, and I really hope this matches me. So it has this little lock feature right here, so like I guess so the foundation doesn't come out, so you can lock and unlock it. So yeah, so right now it's locked. I'm gonna move it so I can unlock it. So it says 45-degree angle, so I'm just gonna pump some out. I've been trying to pump this out for like a minute. Okay, finally. Oh my god, this thing took forever to come out. I kid you not, I probably did like 50 like times and it didn't even come out. Okay, finally it's coming out. So you don't get a whole lot with one pump. I don't think that's going to cover like my whole face, but it's definitely not runny. It's definitely more of a thicker foundation. It's not runny. It's definitely thicker. So I'm just going to do a few pumps. I did about 3 pumps. And I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and just take some from there. So we'll see. It has more of like a moussey, a little bit of a like whip-like moussey texture. definitely need to blend it out because when I first applied it, I didn't really like how it looked, how it was sitting on my skin. But now that I'm blending it out, it looks better, and I think the shade matches me pretty decent. It did look like it was gonna like oxidize a bit, so maybe this will get just a little bit darker. Definitely a thicker foundation. It is full coverage. Covered up the redness that I had, the breakouts. You can't really see the breakouts. This is one side, and then this has no foundation. I still have a good amount left, so I'm just going to use this up and just build up where I think I need a little bit more coverage. So just right here. It's definitely not a matte finish foundation. It gives me more of a natural finish, not dewy. So if you have really dry skin, you might not love this unless you use maybe a really hydrating primer or like a dewy primer. So yeah, it looks really natural on the skin. Definitely is medium to full coverage. You can definitely build this up to get it more full coverage, if that's something that you're looking for. I personally don't love full coverage, but this one is not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of my face makeup. Okay guys, I am back. This is what the foundation looks like now that I have everything else poured on top. I didn't use setting spray, and I'm not going to use setting spray because I really want to see how this foundation looks without a setting spray, so I'll check with you guys in a little bit. But overall, I like how it looks on the skin, but it's definitely giving me more of a full coverage, natural finish. So if you have really dry skin, I don't feel like you're gonna necessarily love this foundation. I haven't worn a full coverage foundation in a really long time. But I think it's like making my skin look a little bit dry in some areas, which I don't love that. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a selfie. One without flash and one with flash, just so I can insert it here and show you guys what it looks like. I will check back with you guys in just a little bit just to see what the foundation is looking like. I'm going to try to wear this for 10 hours. If not, maybe I'll do 8 hours. But I want to try to wear this as long as I can just to see what my skin is going to look like throughout the day. It's not one of my favorite foundations as of right now. But I like it. I think it looks nice on the skin. Even though it is full coverage, it doesn't look super cakey. It is settling into some fine lines that I have around my smile line and right here on my forehead and under my eyes. But it doesn't look too bad. But we'll see what it looks like throughout the day. So I will check back in with you guys in just a little bit. Hi love, so I'm going to be doing a check-in right now. I have my daughter right here. But it's about 6 o'clock, so I think it's been about 5 hours. So I had it on. I've had this foundation on since around 1:15, I believe. I can't remember exactly what time, but it was around 1. I'm actually at my mom's right now. We're celebrating a Father's Day. But I wanted to just check with you guys and show you what the foundation looks like. Don't mind my hair, it looks crazy. But let me just get a close-up. It did rub off on right here because I did eat. And I think everywhere else it looks decent. My lip gloss is basically all gone. I have a little bit at the top, but you can see that I'm definitely getting more dewy, not oily. A little bit around my nose. If you hear anything, it's my uncle in the background. But I just wanted to check in with you guys really quick to see what my skin looks like. Okay guys, I am back for the final check-in. It is about 9:35. So I've had this on for a little over 8 hours now. I just wanted to go ahead and do the final check-in. I'm going to make it short and sweet because I have a migraine right now. I don't know why I started getting a migraine out of nowhere. I've already taken 2 ibuprofens and I still have a headache. I'm just going to quickly share with you guys my final thoughts on the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. So overall, I like the foundation. I just don't love it just because, again, I'm not really into full coverage foundations anymore. I used to be, and then now I'm just into more light to medium coverage foundations. I didn't blot throughout the day, and I didn't use a setting spray to like touch up my makeup throughout the day. This is just how it looks after I applied it earlier this afternoon. There's like foundation that's rubbed off on my nose, a little bit right here, a little bit on my forehead, but not too much. There's still a lot of foundation left on my skin, so I like that because even after 8 hours, there's still foundation on, and I feel like if I would have applied a setting spray, if I would have blotted, if I would have applied some setting powder throughout the day to touch up, I felt like the foundation, my skin would have still looked the same as this afternoon. It doesn't look bad, but it is like emphasizing like the texture that I have, which I don't like, and you can definitely tell that I have foundation on my skin. It's not like the other ones that I've used, like the Wet n Wild one looks really nice and natural on the skin, and it gives my skin like more of like a glowy natural finish, whereas the Beauty Blender foundation did that, but because it is meant to be more full coverage, it just looks like I have foundation on my skin. Another thing that I didn't like about this foundation is the packaging. Oh my god, this packaging is like annoying because you have to like clean it. Like if you let the foundation sit right here, like I don't know if you guys can see, I just like wiped it down really quickly, but you can see like the leftover like foundation on here. It just looks a little bit gross. I don't know how like sanitary that is. Like you have to like make sure like you really like clean this, which is not really convenient. Like I'd rather just use like a pump and pump it directly onto the Beauty Blender Beauty Sponge and then apply it to my face, or just have like a spatula applicator like this and just apply like directly on my face. The packaging is not really like the best. I don't really care for this packaging. I don't love it. So if you really like full coverage foundations, I feel like you would like this one. But if you're like me and aren't really used to wearing full coverage and are more into like light to medium coverage buildable foundation, then I don't know. I don't think this is for you. If you have a lot of texture on your skin, I don't necessarily think this foundation is for you, because for me it was like emphasizing a lot of the textures that I have on my skin. It just made my skin look a little bit more dry. It made it look like I definitely had foundation on, so I don't like that. Especially that I'm getting older, I don't really want to look like I have a lot of foundation on. I don't really want to emphasize the texture, the fine lines that I have on my skin. So personally for me, I don't love this foundation. I like it, but I just really wouldn't reach for this often, especially not every day at all. Maybe I can like mix this with like another foundation to make another foundation a little bit more full coverage. To me, it's just an okay foundation, not like my favorite one that I have. I definitely prefer my Wet n Wild foundation. Looks really nice on the skin, natural, hydrating, gives my skin a little bit of a luminous glow to it, and it feels lightweight and it's super affordable. So between these two, I would definitely go for the Wet n Wild foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me trying out this foundation. Let me know if there's any other videos that you guys would like to see. I actually have some other videos planned that's coming. But if there's anything specifically that you want to see, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.